We are live at the 52nd Annual CMA Awards in Nashville on New Country 97.1 Hank FM with Walker Hayes. Good to see you. How you doing?
Man, so good. Having a good time seeing everybody.
Last time we had you in Indianapolis was about this time last year for Pepsi Hank Fest.
Yeah.
And I know you've had a lot going on in the meantime.
Yeah.
You just mentioned that you were overseas here recently.
Yeah, we were out with Old Dominion and played 9 shows with them in 2 weeks in the UK, and man, just a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. Haven't traveled there really a lot before. I went one for about 3 days for a festival over there, and we just crushed it. Had a great time. Missed my wife and kids, though, a lot. So I was glad to get home, and here we are, CMA week.
Well, you are very defined by your family. You are
right.
a family man.
I'm the guy with kids.
You are, and my condolences for your loss earlier this year.
Thank you for saying that.
I know on a family that's got to be tough.
Dude, it was rough. I've never had a hurt, that I couldn't compartmentalize somewhat, and there will be a lot of grief. Therapy, I'm sure, and somehow we'll be okay. But my wife and kids are doing great given the circumstances, and gosh, we have just felt an alarming amount of just love from this community.
Well, it's got to mean all that much more when you do come home from being out on the road to get together with the family, and especially going into the holidays here, having some time with them just to decompress from everything, right?
It's going to be awesome. I got a couple more trips left, but for the most part, that was it. The UK trip was the bulk of it. So, yeah.
And you got new music out now, too?
Yeah, 90s country, taking the world by storm. It's just blowing up, man. It's just it's fun to have. It's fun to have a fun just bop, just a good old head bopper,
Yeah.
And I love what it's about. It's about my history, my upbringing, kind of where I fell in love with music, and some of the music that I put on the highest pedestal is 90s country.
Now, can you believe that you're, going all around the world now and doing what you're doing, all coming out of a essentially backyard shed man cave kind of thing you got going on that is not wide enough for a John Deere tractor?
It is pretty surreal, to stand in front of a sold-out crowd in London and to sing songs like Halloween, 90s country, You Broke Up With Me, and to think that I sat, alone in that shack one day and was beatboxing and whistling and making these songs, and now people in the UK know every word to them. That is definitely, it's just weird. It makes the world seem super small, but I know it's giant too. But anyway, it is surreal to say the least, and it's amazing.
Well, good to see things good happening for you here, and best of luck in 2019.
I appreciate it.
Walker Hayes, always good to see you hanging out here at the 52nd Annual CMA Awards in Nashville on New Country 97.1 Hank FM.